Hello, this is Charting Man Dan of TheChartGuys, where we teach the little guy and girl how to utilize charts to manage their own trades and investments. What do I mean by the little guy and girl? Well, we just had 2 directives signed, halting the implementation of a rule that requires financial advisors to act in the best interests of their client. Let that sink in a little bit. The big wigs on Wall Street can play with your retirement and hard-earned money without your best interests at heart. We currently have hundreds of members taking charge of their financial future, and we would love for you to come check out a free week with no credit card required to see if our services would be beneficial on your path to financial independence as well. What we offer, we have a separate course of over 5 hours in length on when to enter and exit positions. And in terms of what we do daily, we have nightly videos, key levels updated each morning before the bell, 2.5 hours of live daily webcam coverage in the morning and in the afternoon, and over 7 hours of educational videos. All of these links can be found in the description of this video. Come check us out. Thanks for watching. Let's get on to the technical analysis.
Hey guys, it's James of the Chart Guys. Going to do my nightly video on NATGAS. It's Tuesday, March 14th. So on the weekly chart, what's developing is we did close above the 80 EMA last week, but right now we are below the 4 EMA, and if we close below the 4 EMA, that's a red flag on this oil bounce. On the daily time frame, you can see that once we got this TCG bull cross, we must hold this 8 EMA, and if we don't hold that 8 EMA, we could likely get a retest of this 20 EMA on the daily or middle Bollinger Band. Currently, we do have NatGas inventory reports on Thursday. And so far right now, it is healthy consolidation. Ideally on consolidation and pullback, you want to see decreasing bear volume like we saw back here on 3.6 and 3.7. We saw this little decreasing bear volume here and then bounce right off the 80 EMA and headed higher. So tomorrow, red flag is if we close below the 80 EMA, that would be my first red flag. Big red flag would be to lose the 20 EMA here. So right now, still considered a healthy pullback here on NatGas, but there is some concern. Again, in my videos, I mentioned that if you think there's going to be further pullback like there was today, I would have taken profits here at the rejection of the 200 MA daily and then waited to get back above it on the 200 MA daily, or to see if this back test of these moving averages hold. So tomorrow, the test is to hold this 8 EMA, the red line here. And if we lose that, NatGas could see some further pullback. So we won't know until the inventory reports how it reacts, but something to watch tomorrow. And on the bounces we've gotten so far, whenever we've pulled back, so we had this bounce here. If we pull back we pulled back here, and then the next day we closed above the high of the previous day, had this pullback, closed above the high of the previous day. So tomorrow, if we get a bounce here, ideally you want that pattern to stay intact and close below the high of today of 3.063. And the resistance I said that we are meeting right now is the high of this candle. You can see this long upper wick of where bulls met resistance here on this bounce attempt, and that's at 3.09, and it lines up with the 200 MA daily where we rejected from, and also lines up with this gap fill at the low of this candle, which was previously strong support, and once we broke that strong support, it becomes strong resistance, which you're clearly seeing now. And the low of this candle is 3.09, high of this candle 3.09. So that's the key price level that NatGas bulls need to break. If we pull back further, you don't want a close below this 20 MA. And the high of this candle was 2.952. We got below 2.952, and we are currently, let me see, we're closing below it, 2.952, close at 2.948. So we are closing below that, and that's a bit of a concern on increasing bear volume. So something to watch for tomorrow is the absolute hold of this 8 EMA tomorrow. On the hourly time frame, what you want to see here, same thing I say, as long as the daily has that 8 EMA and has that TCG bull cross where the 4 and 8 are the 4 is above the 8 EMA, watch for these bull crosses to develop. So you want this 4 EMA to cross back above the 8 EMA on the hourly. Once we do that, that's a signal to go bullish. Wait for this test of the 20 EMA. You don't want it to reject there. As you can see on this nice uptrend, we've seen the TCG bull crosses have led to higher highs on the hourly. What you don't want to see is it start rejecting or start setting lower lows on the hourly. So we want to start seeing reversing this trend of lower lows on the hourly. So right now that's what we're doing. We're changing the trend from higher highs, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high to now a higher low. But then we set a lower high and now we're setting a lower low. So we want to reverse that trend in the short term in order for that pullback on the daily to be no more than a healthy pullback of consolidation before the NATGAS inventory reports. The hourly right now is just oversold RSI. All we're getting is an oversold bounce right now. And you can see the bull volume on the hourly oversold RSI is per T minimum here. So some red flags going into tomorrow for NATGAS. And again, the key here is to hold the 8 EMA on the daily. Have a good night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.